and, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
The feud between Tank and Crawford has been escalating, showing no signs of cooling off. For several days, the two boxing stars have been exchanging verbal jabs, keeping fans captivated. What began as a minor disagreement has erupted into a heated war of words, with neither man willing to back down. As of now, Tank is openly challenging Crawford, intensifying the rivalry even further.
Defeated? And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right.
It all started when Tank voiced his frustration about not being invited to the prestigious Ring Magazine Gala, an event graced by some of the biggest names in boxing. Feeling snubbed, Davis took to social media to air his grievances in his signature fiery style. His posts were laced with sharp criticism of those who attended, but true to form, he deleted them shortly after, perhaps hoping they would vanish without a trace. Unfortunately for him, the internet never forgets. Screenshots of his posts quickly circulated, and it wasn't long before Terence Crawford spotted an opportunity to stir the pot. Crawford took to X and posted a sly jab. I see somebody's mad, they weren't invited to the Ring Magazine Gala. That single line was all it took to ignite Tank's temper. Never one to let an insult slide, the Baltimore native fired back with a barrage of angry posts aimed directly at Crawford. His temper flared, and the feud officially erupted into a heated exchange.
About Tank is he's smart. He can box.
Yes.
And he explosive. You know what I mean? But I'm saying skill-wise and in the mind, I don't think...
What began as a petty argument about a gala quickly escalated into a heated debate about money, legacy, and who truly reigns supreme in the boxing world. Tank, known for his flashy lifestyle and love of the spotlight, didn't hesitate to assert his financial superiority. He posted a bold claim, I still make more than you, a direct challenge to Crawford's pride. But Crawford wasn't one to back down. He fired back with a cutting response, accusing Tank of being obsessed with money and lacking interest in building a meaningful legacy. For Crawford, the argument wasn't just about wealth, it was about who had faced the toughest opponents and truly left their mark on the sport. The clash of egos had transformed into a battle of ideals, with both fighters refusing to back down.
You and Terence Crawford would be one of the biggest in boxing.
We don't talking about about the fight. Me and Turkanash know each other, and then we wanna.
The bad blood between Tank and Crawford isn't new. Tensions have been simmering ever since Tank sided with his close friend Errol Spence Jr. during Spence's rivalry with Crawford. That feud culminated in one of the most talked about fights of 2023, and Tank made no secret of whose corner he was in. That lingering grudge has only added more fuel to the fire, making their current feud even more explosive. Just when it seemed like things might cool down, Tank took the argument to an ugly place. In a now-deleted tweet, he made a cruel comment about Crawford's family, saying, and he got like 8 kids and his wife like 380 ulbs. Yeah, bud, he got to work overtime. The post sparked immediate backlash. Although Tank deleted the tweet within minutes, screenshots quickly spread online. Social media erupted with criticism, with fans slamming him for crossing a major line by dragging Crawford's family into the feud. The incident only added more heat to an already volatile rivalry.
And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break.
People didn't hold back when it came to sharing their opinions. Comments like Tank deletes all his defamatory tweets. He throws shots, then hides his hands. A 30-year-old man acting like this. Pathetic. Flooded social media. Many criticized Davis for making things so personal, with some calling his behavior unnecessary and unprofessional. One fan went further, writing, Tank is insecure. He's fighting Lamont Roach while Terence Crawford gets a Canelo fight. Tank knows deep down he needs to fight the big dogs. Crawford's out here facing top competition and getting that cheese. The general sentiment was clear. Tank had crossed the line, and many fans were disappointed in how he handled the situation. Instead of focusing on his craft, critics felt Tank was tarnishing his reputation with unnecessary drama.
I'm good at Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford is good, but he's not what people make him seem.
As the online feud heats up, Tank and Crawford are navigating very different paths in their careers. Tank is preparing for his upcoming fight against Lamont Roach Jr., while Roach is a skilled opponent. Fans and critics alike believe Tank should be facing bigger names. Many feel he's playing it safe, avoiding top-tier fighters in his division, a sentiment even echoed by Crawford himself. Meanwhile, Crawford is riding high after his dominant victory over Errol Spence Jr. last year. His name is being mentioned alongside the biggest stars in boxing, and he's currently in talks for a potential super fight against Canelo Alvarez. If finalized, this matchup could be one of the biggest in recent history. Negotiations, reportedly being handled by Turki Al-Sheikh, have fans eagerly awaiting updates on what could be a monumental event for the sport.
Stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that.
The stark difference in their career trajectories has become another flashpoint in Tank and Crawford's feud. Crawford's fans are quick to highlight that while Bud is chasing legacy-defining fights, Tank seems more focused on securing easy paydays. The contrast is undeniable and has only added fuel to the fire. Crawford, who has built his reputation by consistently proving himself against the best, clearly views himself as operating on a higher level than Davis. Meanwhile, Tank supporters argue that his star power and electrifying knockout ability make him one of the sport's most exciting fighters, regardless of his choice of opponents. As the verbal jabs continue to fly, fans can't help but speculate whether this animosity could ultimately lead to a showdown in the ring. A fight between Tank Davis and Terence Crawford would undoubtedly be a massive event, but significant obstacles stand in the way. For one, the two fighters compete in different weight classes. Tank is a natural lightweight, while Crawford has been fighting at welterweight and is rumored to be moving up to super middleweight. The logistics of making such a fight happen would be complicated, to say the least. Still, the prospect of seeing these two settle their score with gloves rather than tweets is an enticing one for fans.
Tank is at a lower weight class than me. He's at 135, I'm at 137. That's 2 weight classes apart.
So he would have to come up.
Yeah, because I would never.
You can't get that low.
So that's not gonna happen, because I saw people talking about it. You don't think that'll ever happen?
At 37 years old, Terence Crawford has firmly established himself as one of boxing's all-time greats. With world titles across 4 weight classes,